Hello and welcome to Total War Warhammer 3. We're checking out the Omens of Destruction with a little sneak peek today as we begin a brand new campaign with Skulltaker.
As I hold
the new DLC has a bunch of new heroes added. We've got Skulltaker, we've got Arabelle, the Undefeated. We've got a new Ogre Lord, who I can't say the name of without fear of my video getting demonetized. And we've also got a new Orc Lord as well. But we're going to be checking out Skulltaker today because I actually, despite playing thousands and thousands of hours of Total War Warhammer, I haven't been back to it in a really long time. And they've also added in a new hero with Skulltaker just recently with Khorne, the puppy dog guy. So we're going to be playing as Skulltaker today. We've got access to the Cloak of Skulls, allowing us to empower factions by defeating powerful lords. We've got +2 Blood Reapers, 10% chance for destroyed bloodletters to be restored, and a minus upkeep for bloodletters and exalted bloodletters. Campaign movement range, we get buffed. Campaign line of sight, we get buffed. We get frenzy for bloodletters and exalted bloodletters. And then we get the bloody onslaught ability, which hexes a hero so we can focus them down and wipe them out. We start way down in the old lands of Lustria. And, we'll give a little. The Skulltaker, Blood God's immortal champion, the greatest of all Khorne's chosen bloodletters. When not campaigning with his master's army, Skulltaker roams the realms of chaos at will atop his mighty juggernaut, Khorne. He appears before fortresses and strongholds drawn by tales of martial prowess and rumors of mighty combatants who offer some small challenge. When a foe foolishly and foolhardily enough emerges, Skulltaker dismounts from his loyal steed, salutes the enemy with upturned blade, and charges forward to claim another skull in the Blood God's name. Only once did he suffer defeat, at the hands of Sigmar. He still bears the scars he earns that day and takes great pleasure in repaying the debt upon Sigmar's inheritors at every given opportunity. We are going to be playing on Legendary, on Very Hard, maximum difficulty. We're not going to do Ultimate Crisis Mode because it's just not fun, but we are going to be playing on Iron Man. Let's get into it. I have been very excited to revisit this game after so long. The last DLC we did a little bit with Malachi Malakson, but Khorne is well, all of Chaos is my favorite, so I figured we'd visit Khorne, and I wanted to go with Skulltaker. Because actually, demons are my favorite. Of all the Warhammer factions, the demons they're the thing I collect in terms of miniatures. And they've always kind of just been my favorite faction. So I'm going to try to do a demon-centric run with Skulltaker. We're going to focus on just using bloodletters for the most part. Bloodletters, hounds. There's a couple of other still demon units. And we might squeeze in some of the new monster stuff as well. Just because I know you do start with one of them, and I want to see what some of the new units are all about. I want to make the heirs of Sigmar pay, so sets up shop in Lustria. Oh, we do get some nice new cutscenes as well.
Has many champions, but to be the greatest of all, one must forge their legacy in the fires of chaos. Many worthy heroes have fallen before him, their skulls, trophies, woven into the fabric of his cape, each bestowing him with the power of a champion's essence. For he is Skulltaker, champion of champions, collector of souls. His destiny beckons. Blood for the Blood God.
So stoked. Bloodletters were the very first mini I ever bought. I bought a Herald of Khorne.
Vanquished champions adorn my vestments and cede their strength to me.
Yeah, we have a demonic reforging mechanic now as well. Normally transition to mass chosen late game, but it might be about to change. Yeah, so we get a lot of very cool buffs for bloodletters. And a lot of great bonuses. So Skulltaker's unique mechanic in this is the stronger a hero is, the more champion's essence it has. And so you collect champion's essence to unlock things on the Cloak of Skulls, which we'll get access to a little bit later. But our guy is looking real nice. Real jazzed up. He's got that beautiful cloak. A ton of great skills. Obviously, we're going to focus a little bit on things specifically for Bloodletters, Exalted Bloodletters, Blood Crushers as well. We're going to be using a lot of. And then the Flesh Hounds, we're going to use a lot of. I suppose some Chaos Furies we could throw in there. The Skull Cannons we can also use are all demons, and the Blood Shrine of Khorne is also demonic. So those are going to be the focus of my units. For the most part, that's what we'll stick around to. I'm really curious about the demonic reforging to see whether or not it ends up being as much of a nightmare as like the old undead may rise again mechanic, where it feels like you're just fighting an endless supply of undead. We do have a hero. We'll throw him in our group just to get started. And we'll test out some early fights. Some nice early stuff. Skulls for the Golden Throne. No way. Skulls are for the cape today. They also give you the Hates Rival Chaos God talent by default now. Oh. So I do know, I mean, we are up against Tzeentch right away, which is accurate for the old Khorne. We start with, so 3 Bloodletters, 1 Exalted, a Herald, a Shrine, and then one of these new guys, one of these new Beasts of Khorne. Blood Beasts of Khorne. So these guys are actually not demons, but they are one of the new units. So we're going to mess around with them a little bit. See what they're like. See if we like them.
Every act is for Khorne. Sacred executioner.
I guess it probably makes more sense for us to be starting on the higher ground. And then just be bringing themselves in. I'm really curious. As I said, I've been playing a lot of Three Kingdoms lately. And the difference in style and campaign and, I don't know, the access to things like monsters changed the game a lot. Every time I see pair in Balatro or anywhere else, device is ready to pair. Just plays in your head. It's funny how those little mnemonic things get stuck so easily in our brains. Never really wanted to pick the anti-Tzeentch mechanic before. I don't know, there's a lot of, they've done a pretty good job, I think, balancing the hero abilities over the years. The fact that things like we get mounts for free now makes a bit of a big difference. A lot of stuff just seems to sort of auto unlock. Wow, we really are, we're not going to have anything to deal with flying units, I'm just realizing. Super problematically so. You're going to go for him. I guess you're probably also going to go for him. You can probably join in there. Melee defense 24 and cannot move. The Blood God's Shackles. Oh, you have to cast it on a hero.
Skulltaker invigorates me.
Well, there's not going to be much in the way of tactics here. I can tell you that much. We're going to get a little hammer and anvil, and that's about it. Ain't nothing too fancy. You're not even attacking anybody. You got them. You got them. Move into those pinks. Nothing for me to do about Furies. No problem. Let's get a little cycle charge action going. I love how we have this guy who was specifically designed to kill heroes, and he is really just not doing a good job at it at all. Those marauders are trying to come back in, so we're going to hit him a little bit harder. Bloodbeast's not doing so well here. A sloppy opening fight.
If you came here for tactics, I'm afraid this is the wrong place. It's down the hall to the right. If you get to the Green Knight, you've gone too far.
We'll try to stay away from the Green Knight as much as we can. That's okay. First Warhammer battle back in quite a while. We still get the Pyrrhic victory. Chaos Lord of Tzeentch is no slouch in melee. That's true. That's true. I mean, honestly, we're coming out of this with a lot of kills. The Blood Beasts probably did the worst out of everybody. I should have had them on a better flank. But we'll tidy it up. We'll tidy it up in the next fight. The ironic thing about using Bloodletters is they're not designed for being your frontline troops. They're actually meant to be flanking troops. But because they're the bulk of our army, we've got little to no choice. We will be using them as frontline troops the whole game, which does mean that every fight is got to be rapid fire. So we have a quest to take Quitax.
I would fight the gods themselves. Temporary distance.
That's not really going to give us any more actual boost here.
Skulls piled here.
We could raid our own territory.
For Khorne's eternal glory.
But that don't really feel like it's going to do much more for us either.
Celebrate this.
Combat Trials gives us attrition. I guess we'll in camp for right now.
Only the finest.
Pick that 5% movement range. Take that dominating presence.
Tedious work, but necessary.
Oh, you're right.
for
Actually, sorry. We have hate
success.
Slaanesh. I always thought that Khorne hated Tzeentch. Because magic is so cowardly. Get a bit of extra increased mobility there.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Can't quite reach Quitax, but so close.
My hand cannot be stayed. The end to all saga.
So we'll chill. We'll take it as an opportunity to grab a few more units. We could pick up the Hellforged Host.
Now on until we've winnowed all.
Honestly, probably not a bad idea. And then I think I'll start with a couple of extra flesh hounds, just so we have a little bit of flanking. We have a little bit of mobility. We've got the demonic dimensional tear here. We've got Access to basic Khorne units. Chaos Warhounds, Forsaken, Khorne Gores, Blood Beasts, Spawn, Minotaurs, Slaughter Brutes. Honestly, I think we'll probably go with the growth building here just to get us started. Nice and clean and easy. They hate both, but Slaanesh is their rival due to 40k. Okay. See Slaanesh as dishonorable and decadent. Change versus death, blood orgies versus regular orgies. The tech tree has gotten changed up a little bit as well here. We have kind of a more skull-based tech tree. That's focused on like whether or not you want to focus on like blood hosts. This one is sort of on economy. This one's on heroes. This one's on getting skulls. And this one is on eco for like raising and sacking. We'll just go with the basic armaments here. The tree is broken into pretty much infantry, mounted cavalry and monsters. So if we take all the infantry stuff, it's going to be most of our units getting buffed all at the same time. Unholy manifestations we don't need to do. Diplomacy I can't imagine we need to do. There are some Nurglings down here. But not really anybody important. For our victory conditions, because I guess this is an important thing to talk about. For this campaign, we're going to be going for the short campaign victory. We have to empower 9 skulls, and we have to occupy, raise, or loot 30 different settlements. We get the chain sword if we do this, and then we can decide if we want after to go on long victory. Khorne is really fun because basically you get to do whatever you want and go wherever you want in the world. It's a really, really nice campaign because you don't really got to focus anywhere. Khorne and Tzeentch just like each other as well, just not as much. Okay. Half Pint, good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Welcome on in. It's time for a little blood and slaughter. The Prince of Apostles with a delicious 16 skulls and no army backing him up. And another 16 skulls up here for Kala. So I guess 16 must be the base. This is decisive, so let's just take it. Now, we have a quest to occupy this location. I did do a test run of the first couple turns of this campaign, and I burnt this settlement down instead, and I immediately got it occupied by percentage-based chance, because that's the thing that Khorne does. And I'm wondering whether or not that's the play to do here. We could raise it and get a blood host. Or just raise it for some skulls. Elsa, hello. Newton, good morning. Got up early, go to the gym, go to work, parked, walk a half hour from car to desk. Forgot your laptop? You're now work from home. I mean, those are the perks, right? Elsa, you got through inspection without any fault? Yes, glad to hear it. Little karmic swing back the other way. You know what? I think we're just going to occupy it. Just so we can get the quest out of the way. Capture the province. And we got a few other things going. Giuseppe, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. If you haven't seen the cult updates that happened a while back, there were some interesting changes. You get random cults from corruption anymore, but all cultists can create them. They improve the buildings, and every monogod now has access to teleporting your faction leader with them. Ooh. So Skulltaker actually gets a unique ability that he can teleport to any lord on the map after a certain while.
I bear the Slayer blade.
In the Cloak of Skulls, which we can now talk about. So when we unlock this one, we get the ability to travel to enemy lords. And then as we upgrade it, we get travel cooldown, travel cost. So I actually thought originally that this was going to be based on what type of lords you were killing, but it's not. It's just based on how many champions essence you have. These are all very specific lords that all do very specific things. This one is experience. This one gives you some nice little buffs. What do you get? Cloak of Skulls. If you get more than 40 kills, 25 armor, 20 missile resistance, and immune to flanking. Upgrades the Blood God Shackles and the Cloak of Skulls. This one gives you some extra range if you beat a lord. Only for the faction leader's army. Which seems pretty good. I think that's what we're going to start with. The buffs you start getting on the higher end are absolutely crazy. Every time you kill a lord, you summon a blood host. Ruins in the local province immediately colonize after defeating lords. Skulls, all skull piles in the world are moved to your location. Just letting you farm skulls like crazy. And your entire army fully heals. It's crazy. Khorne always had the cult teleport, but the idea of using it as others sounds pretty good. Want to see the ship you've done and what built and got launched yesterday? Yes. I'm curious about this. I'd like to learn more.
The weak shall be trampled to dust.
I might as well throw a few more bloodletters in here. We got the eco for it. Xandrify, hello. Welcome, welcome. We'll take a little more growth here.
Khorne's champion.
Income, income, income. Yeah, why not?
A hero's journey ends here.
Get a little brutal charge on our Blood Reaper. And then keep cruising. Oh, you're talking like a full ship. Did you build that whole ship yourself? It's a mighty, mighty fine ship. In the old Discord. Amish! Thank you for 8 months, my dude. Come on in. Much appreciated. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the primers, the peso bucks. The biggest ship built in Canada. Whoa. Unbreakable cannot die. That's nice. I love that that's our base tech. We'll go straight for the boost for infantry.
8 by 8. Sacred indeed.
8 by 8. Step by step by step. Elbrick. A tasty 44 skulls.
That was another demon.
Valiant Lord.
For Khorne's eternal glory.
What you got? What you got for me? Do I want more bloodletters? Or more flesh hounds? I'm gonna grab a couple more flesh hounds. Number of skulls needed to be unlocked this tier of rituals. Current total 0. Anchor for postless battle. Summon from beyond. Next Bloodhouse summon will have 2 additional units.
1,000 mortal skulls
why not?
for the blood god's throne.
I'll toss some skulls up. Send 8,000 skulls to the Skull Throne. We'll get the Rock of Inevitability. Glittering Scales, a banner of unholy victory, and an obsidian amulet.
Only the finest.
Lots of good little bonuses. Food. Official naming ceremony and launch day is on Friday. 5 years you've been working on it, so it's cool to see. I gotta see this boat launch here. Will computer hate me if I do this? Maybe a little bit. Oh yeah, no, it won't let me do this at all. Total War games have a tendency to really, really glitch out if you try to do anything in an alt-tabbed window. That's a big boat. That's a fat old boat. What's this boat for? That's a big boat. That's a big old boat. Big old boat. We're building 2. This is the first. Second one is in pieces. Waiting for the space to put it together. Okay. Canadian Navy. Okay. Well, I hope we don't accidentally run them into each other in training exercises and have them get sunken. Okay, we're just going to do the old fix speeds here. Thank you. I always got to remember to do that. Accounted for that in the design. Does it just have those giant bumper car rubber rings around it so it can't bump into anyone? Clan Mangy already destroyed.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Well, Chakwa, you're another decisive victory.
More trophies.
I don't have enough to occupy.
The mighty host.
Let's summon a blood host.
Slaughter. Herald of Khorne.
Because these guys are a little bit buffed up right now.
Celebrate this day. Tomorrow.
We have Gorrock down here at Itza, but we have Albric up here.
Bloodshed.
And I got a feeling that Albric is going to be a tastier fight for us.
My patience with mortal concern.
Grab the melee defense. Always the melee defense.
Slayer of kings.
I think I'm going to send Skulltaker that way.
Until we've winnowed all the living.
We get a good landmark. 5% chance to be destroyed. Demons of Khorne units to be restored after battle. That's actually pretty good. Corrupted emerald pools. We'll upgrade 1 level on this. Will we? 5 turns. 2 turns. No, you know what? I'm going to save up for the 3rd level on the capital instead. At least then we'll get Exalted Bloodletters. Ship's computer has a line of code. If going to bump into each other equals 1, then don't. Bumpers took the parking sensors off a bunch of unnecessary Vancouver-based truck owners. Stuck them all around the ship. Anyone with an F-150 donated. Love it. Wow, those Nurglings also just got wiped out super fast. We are just surrounded by things that hate us.
Welcome.
Now bow.
4,000 bucks for a non-aggression payment. Rakarth seems like the only possible friendship we could have. There's a really nice thing in Three Kingdoms when you hover over an army and it shows you what the balance of power is for attacking each other. This guy is... I will not be fighting him.
Wait. Legion not stop later. Skulltaker.
I tell you what.
Skull throne. Patience. Those skulls will wait.
Albert's going up that way. Do I want to heal more? I'd say let's just make more demons.
Sacred execution.
Keep bankrupting the army a little bit. I want to see if we can get Alberic in a good fight. Ship caught the zipper. Most ships have that by now, if done right. Something that can be done using the ASI. Especially in love that it's a variable, not a function call. What if it got negated? I feel like there's a lot of things that could break in the concept of do not bump into ship. Harvest of Skulls. Most sane mortals would flee rather than face Khorne's might, but some suffer the affliction of pride. A greenskin horde surges towards camp and their war boss loudly boasting, "These spiky gits ain't so tough." Unsurprisingly, the spiky gits prove tough indeed. The bounty is plentiful. Charge bonus and armor piercing for our dudes. Chaos warriors and halberds, no, pass. Pass. Melee attack and leadership for infantry. That one goes well. But I think we'll just get the charge bonus thing here right away. And then I'll probably start switching over to pillars once our army is ready to boogie boogie.
Khorne's demand. Rest, worship.
Oh, man. Yeah, we got to get you into a fight.
Blooded wanderer.
Talaxland is upgrading right now and has a garrison. But I can actually fight this guy outside the walls in a force march. He's not at war with anybody, so he's going to war deck me probably anyway. We can do better than a Pyrrhic victory. I hope. We don't have a lot to deal with knights. We do have the flesh horns. The flesh horns, the flesh hounds. To deal with all the archers. And we should tear through any infantry they have. Let's go like stick our exalteds in the center. These guys are armor piercing. They are anti-infantry. These guys are damage dealing with frenzy. You guys are also anti-infantry. I don't know. 4 and 5. You guys can go under 6. Oh, the reinforcement point comes over here. It's going to take 2 minutes for those reinforcements to get to me. I have to go up a brutal hill. So this might be a bit of an ugly fight. Blood and skulls. Skulls. Gorsh. Skulls. No, you guys are way too far forward. Oh, way too far forward.
I live for battle.
You guys got to get in this way, please. This way, please. You on them. You on them. Let's put you on these guys and you on them guys. Those guys. These guys on them. This way, this way, this way. Sneak in here. Doggies, lots of doggies going. I am not on those peasant yeomen. Let's lock that guy up and then destroy him very quickly. You guys can probably chase down those knights. Let's get you there, 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 there. Everybody is moving. It's delicious. It's nutritious. It's good for the body. It's good for the bones. Those reinforcements are only just now showing up. Their lord is killed. Excellent, excellent, excellent. These guys can basically get all back into position. And let the cavalry run down a bit of this stuff. But it really don't have to do that much work. Some of these guys are shockingly just not getting killed. We'll bring our cav back this way. You're running that down. You're running that down. We actually beat mounted yeomen with flesh hounds. It's crazy. If intersects switch case, make them change course because it's too late. Sounds like a joke. Earlier this year, the above thing sunk a freighter in the Baltics. Wow. Collision warning went off and the biggest one tried to change course, but the inertia was too high to avoid the collision. Oh my god. Nice. Good job, flesh hounds. I'm gonna get them out of here. They put in good work. In the meantime, we can move these fellas up. Trash some mounted yeomans. These guys are exhausted, so I don't think I'm going to use them anymore, but these flesh hounds are good. As are those guys. Honestly, I think we can just start kind of charging forward here. These guys are affected with, what, Hungering Blades and Frenzy? They've got a special unit, Tomas. They're already just cleaving through everybody. You can move on them. You can move on them. You guys all go here. Here. No problem. The more that we wipe out in this little contingent, the less we actually have to deal with when we attack this building in a moment. So I will let them just gut all of these poor Bretonnians. Just make sure they're nice and toasty. Perfect. One guy left with 33 HP. Single Bretonnian lord just getting absolutely run down. You said Pyrrhic victory. I lost 25 troops. That was it. Bloodletters picking up 246 kills. I guess it's not really fair to have a bunch of Bretonnian peasants fighting literal demons. There is something amusing about that. I want the skulls, but I know we got fighting to do. Khorne Zealot +2 corruption. We got a blood throne for Skulltaker. Nice.
Skulltaker.
Give you a little extra mobility, a little extra defense.
Hero's journey ends here.
Get that last buff for these guys. And then what does this add? Speed and charge bonus. Let's start giving you Infernal Champion. I want to make sure that he is capable of fighting.
What need I of aid?
On top of his giant motorbike. Hello, Caffeine. How's the expansion? So far, so good. We're still only 6 turns in. 25 skulls. I mean, yeah, I'll take the Cloak of Skulls.
And grow stronger.
Make us immune to flanking.
The Lord of Murder.
There's no garrison in here because we actually managed to kill every single one of them. So we'll grab some skulls for the Skull Throne. Burn their capital to the ground.
Herald of Khorne.
And I'm gonna chase after Albrecht because he seems like my obvious choice here. And then maybe Marcus? The Blood Host is probably going to be able to destroy both of these before it gets destroyed. The lady will hear of this injustice. You have angered a powerful elf this day. I don't know why my Bretonnians started becoming Quebecois in the middle of that. A natural slip. Darius. Thank you for the primer, dude. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on in. Finally made a stream, first one. Well, perfect. It's a classic stream. Some classic Total War.
Khorne's chosen. Destroy.
Oh man, this guy's got a soul grinder. Close victory? I'll still take that.
Skulls for the Skull Throne.
This guy's doing what he does best. Burn his stuff down. He gets... Oh, cool. Okay, so every time you fight a battle, you get extra timer on the Sated Thirst as well. I'm going to move up towards Albrecht here, but I'm also going to be cheeky about it. Instead of an ambush. We got 2 more turns till this grows. Ain't much else we can do. Because the Empire is French? Well, we're talking Bretonians here. Are you happy with the Twitch recap? You're 4th on the list with 917 hours. Dude, I love the Twitch recaps. Seeing those posted are so much fun. I was talking about this earlier, but it's really nice because you often learn a lot about other streams as well. It's not just like... I find I like seeing what people post on Twitch recaps because I might be 1st or I might be 4th or I might be whatever on their list, but seeing who else everybody else watches also, I often learn about streamers that I didn't know about before. Just found your YouTube channel and binged. Oh, I'm so glad, my dude. What's your favorite stuff? I assume the Age of Wonders. First on mine, but I don't have such insane hours. I don't think I make it to 100. Yeah, I don't think I broke 100 on anybody this year. If you were to stream 8 hours, you'd have done better. That's totally fair. I do limit how much I try to stream. We got an ambush here on this sucker. We got a bunch of mounted yeomen. Everybody else is going to get destroyed. I'm going to fight Albrecht while on a motorbike. The Age of Wonders for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be doing more Age of Wonders after this campaign. I've been craving some new stuff, especially with the new patch, but I couldn't pass the opportunity to do Total War campaign. It's been too long, and I love them ever so much. This guy's got a lot of knights. 10 mounted troops here. I don't have anything good for these Knights of the Realm. Is that what they are? Yeah, Knights of the Realm. Anti-large crudbutts. Whop, whop. Dude, this ambush is so far away. I'm not even kidding you. In Total War 3 Kingdoms, like, your armies start here. If that's where the ambush is, your front line is that close to them. We're gonna do flesh hounds on these mounted yeomans. You guys are just gonna go for the heroes, who are both flying. That makes my job a little harder.
His eye is on you. Show him prowess.
Dang it. I clicked them wrong.
Cut down the chaff. Execution is my
Get back here, Elbrick.
special ability. Fox action. Blood god, aid me.
Wow, we really
Skulltaker.
whiffed that opening pretty hard. Whiffed that opening pretty hard, let me tell you. Will this guy move in? How many times I gotta tell you? Let's move you guys up. Let's move you guys in there. We're doing okay on this front. See if we can cruise a few of these guys around, maybe into these Knights of the Realm. Ooh, we're gonna buff those blood beasts of Khorne so that they don't get killed. Oh man, these Knights of the Realm are really doing bad on my flesh hounds. You guys are all good here. Do not let Albert get away if we can.
If Khorne commands, get away. Guard, weakling.
He's my number one choice. All right, lads. Let's my flesh hounds are just like doing such a shoddy job here.
Take skulls.
Unit's been wiped out. Not a big deal. You guys are chasing. You guys are chasing. You guys are doing fine. You guys are good. You guys are good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Don't let him escape.
Lack of skill.
No!
Champion.
I can't catch him if he flies. Sneaky. Ah, you guys can't get anything. Let this cavalry just finish off the pockets over here. Ambush maps hit and miss in this. Yeah. Haven't played any Total War since Shogun. Oh, wow. Played the first Total War and the first Shogun, and that's where your experience ends. Comp at the time couldn't handle the ones after. Yo, that's pretty fair. They are extremely, extremely resource heavy and hungry. My computer always hates me a little bit for playing Total War games, but I love them so much. Why are you not killing him? There we go. Here we go. Flesh puppies have trouble at times. I'm not sure what you need to do for Karanak, but he would help. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming he's going to show up. Right now, it's like I'm totally fine with the flesh hounds getting killed. As far as I am concerned, they are completely sacrificial units. Their goal is to buy time to busy things in the back row until bloodletters can break the front line. This was just a bit of a weird map because there's so many mounted units. Oh, it's an ambush, so we still get the full kill. I actually forgot all about that. Trying to remember the differences between all the different Total War games. Trait gained, hammer and anvil 15 melee attack when fighting at sea. Capture a province. Nice. This automatically gathered. Drawn to destruction.
Unrest laments.
And we have enough here that we can upgrade our capital next turn.
Skulltaker.
We're going to hit this city.
Slayer of kings.
Pick up a little bit of defensive points here. And here.
Blooded wanderer.
Chugga chugga choo choo.
Ahead, ahead.
Do I wanna occupy you? No. But I do want to summon a blood host.
In his name.
Nice.
Only the finest.
Dude, and we've already unlocked Kultaran, the dreaded juggernaut. Melee attack, leadership, weapon strength, and physical resistance. We'll go with Maim. He should be able to get everything. The Terror Feasters. Oh, we don't have these guys buffed. So I basically put them here so that we could just make a push up north.
Shred them apart.
You're going to go for Burgone. It looks like you can reach it in one turn, but just in case.
Rest, worship.
I'm at a double time. That's going to kill Albrecht. Albrecht is gone now off the map. Which is crazy. So fast. And we get commandments. Ooh. Construction cost -10 for all buildings. I'm about to build a big expensive building here next turn. So that's guaranteed what I'm going to do. And then we could probably start spreading corruption after that. Skulltaker could probably use a bit of healing for his army. Get me some more of them puppy dogs. Chaos Corruption's at 44 here, so it's possible that any one of these could also just get colonized now. Capture 2 provinces. Grow your forces to 30 for a banner of unholy victory. Base weapon damage plus 12% if winning in combat. Ooh.
Was I ever the immortal?
Okay, you have an enchanted shield. We'll give you the luck stone. And all this extra stuff. This guy can get a dragon helm, I guess. Why not?
Azul. Bloodshed.
You probably cannot kill that army.
Sight. Fury.
It's pretty cheap to colonize this.
Occupy it. Hunt down the living. Recruit.
It do cost us some skulls. That's okay. That's going to be 4 turns. So why don't we swap it to local recruitment? I can then move here. We can recruit some more flesh hounds. That'll be at least +1.
Herald of Khorne.
You wipe out this dweeb. I'm fine to take this. This is a blood host army, so it doesn't heal.
Murder at last.
Rampager standard. Very, very good.
Khorne's champion.
Charge bonus 25 and 7%.
Tedious work, but necessary for success.
Yeah, this got 3 turns until attrition. The Vampire Coast likes me. Though we haven't actually met them yet.
Slaughter! Sacred executioner!
So the question becomes, where do we want to go? What's our play? We can take teleport to lords, teleport to enemy lords. Bonus versus infantry for each Cloak of Skulls empowerment, melee attack and weapon strength. This is melee defense for each Cloak of Skulls empowerment. That's really good. 250 skulls after defeating a lord, or Khorne corruption 25 after defeating a lord. This is only 25 skulls, so I might as well just take that. I feel like we got to be... I was going to say, we got to be close to already completing the short campaign victory in 9 turns. You're now able to instantly travel to enemy lords. Left-click the travel button to view the possible targets, then left-click a target to travel to their location. Will cost half of the champion essence that the lord possesses. Oh, cool. Well, I'm not in a rush to get to him right now. We got a moment to figure it out. You know, I might use this blood host to colonize that city there. This poor guy's just taking crazy attrition. He's going to attack Talaxlen. He's basically forced to do so. Khorne ascends. Khorne factions have more access to powerful unholy manifestations. Take control of a targeted unoccupied ruin at tier 2. Oh, man.
By the comet.
You guys can colonize that.
March for Khorne! Khorne's domain.
This doesn't have a cost. It just has a cooldown. So I guess we might as well. Your control upkeep, your growth and casualty replenishment. And a docks. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do double growth in that province. And then we can focus on things like military in here. I can actually reach this guy, so I'm just going to wipe him out. Skulltaker #1. Further, how we doing, dude? How go those cut-like caves?
For the hunter of souls.
Recruitment costs for flesh hounds? Is
Khorne's eternal glory.
that what you just gave me? Flesh hound handler? Oh, that is so nice.
I can.
Very cool.
I will.
Very polite. Very demure.
Must.
Control Khorne corruption. Do I want any of these? Maybe. Hey. We'll go just with some extra damage. Good. Hype to play this DLC.
But I am strength incarnate.
It's so far so good.
Skulls piled here. Yes, a good day.
Yeah, we really got to
I've lived
journey
centuries already.
if we want those doggies. All right, whatever. We'll get them next turn. I think I'm just gonna have this guy raid.
Celebrate this day. Tomorrow may be your last. Rest, worship. Bloodshed.
I can't really do much else with him. Income from post-loose battle, income from raiding, chance to automatically colonize ruins. Diplomacy. I think let's get that automatic colonization. It seems sort of useful. Chakwa's got a free point here. We can get some logs. Sure. Why not? We don't got a lot of money. Caves are cutting. I have my I am soup and a million of clones of my flooding of the countryside builds online. Becoming soup in Cud seems like a very interesting choice. Can't decide whether to play ogres or orcs first. Judge factions based on the silliness of units. Ooh. Some of the new squig stuff looks really, really funny. And the new orc hero can really do some interesting builds because of the way he handles tactics. You're a dingus. You've been studying Astral Tomes and Age of Wonders in your current game. Grab Tome of Great Transformation. Forgetting I need souls for Whiteborn. You can get souls through a couple of other effects. I'm pretty sure if you get the Tome of Great Transformation, you get Soul Harvest. So depending on how you fight, you will start building up souls. I've done a couple of builds in the past that have been not undead focused, but still end up getting souls, and it does work. In fact, literally the last campaign we did of Age of Wonders, that ended up being the case. We went Whiteborn, we had a bunch of souls, but we weren't using undead units. Capture 2 provinces. Province secured. Talaxla auto-colonized. Win 10 battles with a single hero. Why can't I build this? Buildings required mortal settlement. Oh, I want this one as well. Income growth. Upkeep and control. Try to take some income here. I guess I'm going after the Empire next.
We shall refuse no battle offered. My drive to kill.
We are super bankrupt.
More acolytes for the blood god.
Try to get some money there. And I'm going to do Khorne corruption here.
Our tolerance ends.
Just so it starts spreading into other nearby provinces. And then, yeah, I guess we're going after Marcus Wolfheart. Marcus Wolfheart.
Tzeentch.
Not enough to raid.
Lord of murder. Acceptable.
Well, he's going to die next turn anyway. As are you.
Khorne's blessing for me.
You definitely can't fight Ubel Herman on your own. Yeah, I'd say just stay raiding. Raid and scout with him for now. It's weird seeing Khorne with positive income. I mean, it is rapidly deplenishing, but... One of the lifesteal got the idea from the monkeys? Yes. Yeah, the Whiteborn with lifesteal is really nice. They've nerfed Grace now as well, so you can no longer have... Used to be you could have 5 stacks of Grace, but now you can only have 3 stacks of Grace.
Heroes' heads aplenty I have taken.
Ooh, Blood Reapers getting bonuses. Capture many provinces. Tech researched. Research tech. The Bloody Shackles. Heals per second. And a standard of chaos, glory, plus 10 leadership. Can we actually recruit any other heroes? We can get 3 Blood Reapers.
Blood Reaper.
Except I can't afford them.
First among champions. Slow and steady wins the skulls.
That's not how that saying goes.
Wait.
There's Marcus. We're going to need some money, so I'm going to take up a bit of tech on that front. Those guys are just going to raid. Bankruptcy. Bankruptcy?
A hero's journey ends here. Destroy all.
250. Oh, God.
Skulls for the skull throne.
That won't do. That won't do at all. It's because this building isn't completed, so I'm not getting the minus 20% upkeep on this army.
Khorne's eternal glory. Crimson Death.
don't want to get rid of this guy if we just built him.
The Slayer Sword. The end to all sagas. Slayer of Kings. Only the finest.
That'll keep us alive for one more round. Let's hope it's enough. Here goes that. But you said it was weird seeing Khorne with positive income, so I was like, all right, well, let's tank this. Let's push it over the edge. No more income. Oh, how nice. He just built another guy here with no army, so I can get double the skulls. Double the champion's essence.
It's war you'll have.
You're not at war with anybody, hey?
Please, share your inanities with me. I'm listening.
I was kind of hoping somebody would be at war with you. Yuan Bo is up here as well. Wow, it's been a while. Been a while. We are gonna go to war with you.
The expedition was green.
Money's for dorks anyway. Truth. Facts.
Think again.
This is going to draw some attention. All right, laddies. Let's put the charge bonus on Skulltaker, seeing as he's got that giant... We could put it on the Blood Crushers. You guys already do magic attacks. All my bloodletters do. The only guy who doesn't is the Blood Beast of Khorne, so let's just give him magic attacks then. We're up against Empire, but they're not too bad. It's still going to be a bloody battle, but I don't know. Chase down the Pistoliers. If I have the cavalry and the blood beasts, focus on archers, and the flesh hounds focus on Pistoliers. I'll win all the melee engagements. It's pretty straightforward. This is only Khorne we're talking about here. They have a single hero showing up in 2 minutes. I don't need to run into this, I don't think. Not that fatigue is ever really that much of a problem in Warhammer, but just considering the fact that we've got to go up this big hill. All right, so let's go say... like This, 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 that. There and there. You guys, I guess, can go for him and him. You can kind of move into here-ish. Roughly. Oh, you guys all managed to find a bunch of spearmen I didn't see. Very good. You know what? Just hit those swordsmen instead. I don't know where these guys think they're going. I obviously pulled back the wrong unit there. Let's have that on you. Let's have this on you. We're gonna cast that on him. You can move that way. You guys keep chasing, keep chasing, keep chasing. You're on them. You on them. You can actually fold on those guys. These guys can fold in on here and on here. All the pistoleros look like they're pretty much destroyed. You guys can fold up on them. How we feeling? We've killed one of the heroes. You guys look like you can move in on that next pack. Everybody else is cruising. That one hero is slowly starting to march along up.
Skulltaker!
I think at this point, it's pretty much in the bag. Oh, we didn't kill that guy. This is a siege, so I don't actually think I need to run anybody down. Let's just kill this one warrior priest. Just for good measure, though. Just because I'm a stubborn old man. I like how hard it is for us to hit him, but when we hit him for almost all of his HP. Oh, yeah, man. 240, 250, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200. The bloodletters are absolutely clean in house. Barely even taking any damage. It's mostly my poor puppy dogs that are getting ripped up. My puppy dogs that run into spearmen in the woods. I've a need for money.
Burn it till there's naught but smoke.
Oh, he was able to live, was he? Interesting.
Skulltaker! Ahead!
I would have taken a bit more of an effort in running him down had I realized that.
Wins the skulls.
Gunta Hellborg.
Blooded wanderer.
Grab you a level of main.
Only the finest.
So you've got both the Blood Throne and the Juggernaut now.
all sides.
I feel like the Juggernaut is the better option. Melee attack and weapon strength. Totem of endless bloodletting. I gotta pay money to give him back the Blood Throne. I think I'm okay with him being on the Juggernaut. The throne gets regen. I mean, that might actually be good for him, but...
Must.
We'll see. So some walls here in our home settlement. Could be nice. Skulls per turn, Khorne corruption. That gives us blood shrines and skull cannons as well as blood crushers. This is actually something we do need. And generates income. You have accidentally locked yourself into combat with Spectazuma, but
Too powerful. Master of blood. What? Unstoppable legion.
Unachievable.
Think again.
Codes come on. Still rest worship.
he's a bit of a bait hero right now.
Demons cannot reach.
Cultist Camp of Medicine. For a bit of money. I suppose.
Herald of Khorne. Wait.
Just gonna sort of let him explore. As we get to keep exploring ourselves. So there are 3 full armies up here. Which do be a little bit scary. And I had a feeling he'd push down there pretty fast. I guess he can't take the Temple of Kara, so you want non-aggression for $200? I'll give it to you. Non-aggression and give me $200, I should say.
Khorne's champion. Patience. Those skulls will wait.
Lot of archers.
Blood Reaper. Khorne does not discriminate.
Hmm. 40% income from raiding, income from sacking settlements. Skulls gained from kills. Let's grab that last melee buff.
Our fury shall be unmatched.
just so they're fully ready to go. I'm going to want to start getting the upgrades soon for Flesh Hounds as well, because once these guys hit gold, they'll need the next tier of upgrades.
Crimson Death! Slayer of Kings!
I think you're just going to pop right in there for now.
For Khorne's eternal glory!
I'll ignore that.
He can't quite reach me there, so he might come try to charge out and hit me.
Evermore skulls.
I'm gonna charge up the next blood host. Cranial collection. Send to 8,000 skulls. We get the rocket invisibility and a bunch of other stuff. That's really good for him. Physical resistance, spell resistance.
Skulls for the skull
I keep the physical resistance on him. The glittering scales is also good for you.
The end to all sagas.
Give you that, and that.
If the master wills it. Blooded wanderer.
We can get rid of that and take the banner of unholy victory.
For Khorne's
Just slap that on somebody else. Character experience gain 7% or recruitment cost in local province. You could also take the Fleshhound Handler.
Khorne's champion. A challenge. A challenge.
And then we're at least a little bit more ready to boogie. Increase bloodletting or gain more movement range after battle.
A hero's journey ends here. Death in single combat.
I could use this and it would probably be able to propel me at least into my own territory so I could heal.
Not likely.
I think I'm out of range of him no matter what.
The finest.
So this little Eternal War isn't terrible. Base weapon damage 12%. And leadership plus 10. I mean, we might as well give it on one of the good guys.
I'll take every skull person. Let them fight if they must.
Take a couple bucks.
I've lived centuries already.
Win 10 battles. We also get the armor of silvered steel. No, it's non-stop with these guys. 20 armor or glittering scales? I guess I'll just give you the fancy stuff, but... Now, here's a question. Potion of healing. You can take foolhardiness. Slowly but surely getting the upgrades. We can pick up Bloody Onslaught. Casualty replenishment rate 10% for this lord. 10 HP and effect duration for Bloody Onslaught 50%. Let's go. Replenish campaign movement range after winning a battle. What else comes here? Wrath of Khorne and Terror. An explosion. When winning a battle, the local province is marked by Khorne for the next turn, increasing corruption and slowing enemy armies. Plus blood hosts get +2 units on creation. Bloodletters have a 10% chance of being restored. They also get 20% missile block. And he adds 5 attack and 4 leadership area. Oh, yeah, that's really nice. Inevitable end contact effect Prevents incoming healing. Executioner. Execute units in combat below 20% HP. Whoa. Skulltaker's a beast.
Slayer of kings.
Champion's End. Scythe upon the chaff. Hungering blades and a bonus to infantry. That's really nice. Icon of slaughter. 100% to fight or die. Ooh. .24 melee attack. It's crazy good. I'm going to give this guy Scythe upon Chaff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the other guy with a Blood Throne, and he'll take Icon of Slaughter.
Blooded Wanderer.
Cannot for the life of me remember whether or not increased movement stacks.
Bearing the Slayer Sword. More skulls reaped later.
I have no Winds of Magic whatsoever right now. You could upgrade your Dimensional Breach. For sure, for sure. I could give you access to Exalted Bloodletters. I mean, I am technically making money right now. As weird as that is. We'll keep a little bit in the bank.
Rest, worship.
Just because I think it's helpful to have. This guy's making 54. Well, he's not going to die yet. He's got one more turn. I just basically want to use this guy for scouting.
Demons, go further.
See what else is going on in Lustria. As all of northern Lustria is on fire.
Khorne's champion.
Nice. And yeah, we got a huge heal in this round.
Now on until we've winnowed all the living.
So we can probably, what we can probably do is set an ambush here.
Absolutely
Have this guy
not.
walk into it. And we'll be golden. But this seems like a pretty good place to cut this video. So I think this is where we'll end the first one for today. And then continue on with the next one. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you'll come back and check out the rest of this campaign. We'll be cruising through a lot of it. So enjoy.